Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another amazing week with me, your girl Zodi. Hope everybody had an amazing week. Everything is awesome. You're loving life. It's wonderful. It's fucking fantastic. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Zodi, and this is my lovely universe. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my lovely channel so you can get more content and more weirdness from me. And again, I post videos every single week, so you would get detail of what's coming next if you just follow my Instagram page, which is Poetic Zodi on Instagram. So go ahead, follow that. Again, you guys. As always, my book is out on Amazon. So I will put the link in the description below, as always, so you can get yourself a nice little copy. Again, update, still working on the revamp of the first book. So again, I said I didn't like how I went into the first book, but again, this copy is still out. And once I finish revamping the first copy, you will get updates of when it will be out. So you can always get a nice little copy of it. As again, always, guys, we are reading about crystals today. So the one that I have here today is called Blue Ocean Agate. And it deals with confidence, strength, and integrity. Agates are ancient stones that give us with their knowledge of balance, strength, and stability. They are treasured for their ability to foster self-knowledge and confidence. They encourage us to live our lives in authenticity and integrity. Agates help heal inner wounds, sorrow, and anger. They help shift old patterns of behavior that no longer serve us. They help us find the courage to begin again with hearts open to abundance, love, and joy. So, this one is called Creation of You. Art within you, within your soul, is a distinctive of creation, of something that explodes out of you. We are art of the world, art of being human, art of having some type of humanity, bringing those to a type of culture you can't even imagine. Imagine going back in time to view the art that's right in front of you. We are created of visions of those who have made something so spectacular, vivid to us now because we're too blind to see the truth behind the history. To the ancestors that look upon me, ancestors that have painted a picture of life for us, painting a picture of what's to come, coming to realize that we're just spirits in the form of humans, who are forced to bear madness, joy, sadness, and pain. Smiling and crying, viewing a portrait of those who have lived before me and the ones that will be after me. We have searched to find the truth within us. This art that we view is only a painting of our ancestors who have painted a dream for us. I am an art of being a creative soul. Our spirits line in a way is so spectacular you can't even never imagine. With this skin that I wake up to, I look back in my mind and I see what this skin has suffered through. And it brings me to a tear. Tears even. Martin, Harriet, Malcolm, Rosa, so on and so forth. Are the ancestors that had brought to the light is still what continues to grow? Visions of my people are still being held by chains and ropes. Guns to our heads because our skin is so shameful. Our face, our voice, our hair is so shameful. Our ancestors are a vision of art that has shown us the future because they fought for this skin. I am only a piece of a large portrait that has been painted that I see right before my very eyes. Okay, I hope you enjoy that. The week of my birthday, I decided to take myself to the museum. And while I was there, I saw so many paintings and art that has dealt with the struggle of African Americans, and it brought me to tears. And when I was looking at that, that's basically where that poem came from, because it's it's a type of art that you see that African Americans have suffered through, and what they fought for it, and what they fought for this beautiful skin that we still suffer through to this day. And it really just breaks my heart to still that we are being considered treated as slaves because we're a different color. Even even if we have done something, I feel like we still need to do more because I feel like we're traveling back in time because we're still being treated like shit. So there are stories upon stories of white people being, you know, privileged and we're not. So one story, of course, is Amber Geiger's case of murdering a a black man in his own home. And what I still think about this story is the fact that you're a human being. You obviously didn't think about the situation before you decided to kick in the door and shoot this man without even questioning him first. And the fact that you would go to your gun first without even doing that is you have no heart. You don't even know what the fuck humanity is. It's the simple fact that you didn't even think about the situation before even deciding to bust the door and killing him. My thing is, you have a fucking brain, use it. So just thinking to yourself, hey, wait a second, let me step back, look at this apartment number. I'm like, oh, that's not my house. How about I just take my dumb ass back downstairs to my apartment where I live? But when I was looking at the court case, the judge, the family, just everybody in the courtroom just forgave her. My thing is, you murdered somebody. I'm sorry. In my opinion, I can't forgive anybody for murdering somebody. And the fact that she only got 10 years. She only got 10 years in prison. The judge decided to give her that stand your ground. But first of all, it wasn't even her ground to stand upon because it wasn't her home. It wasn't her residence for her to stand her own ground. And the father was like, oh, I one day want to be her friend. The brother forgave her. Everybody in the fucking courtroom was being very so humble and nice to her ass just because she was white and she used those white girl tears to get some fucking sympathy, which I don't think she has any sympathy. I don't think she deserves any sympathy because what she did, she murdered somebody. She has blood on her hands for what she has done. And I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. I don't forgive anybody. Maybe the fact that they study their religion, whatever, they can forgive her. But in my opinion, I wouldn't forgive her for doing that shit. And another case that I don't understand. So I don't know. I can't remember the guy's name, but a black man, of course, robbed somebody's home, and he got 55 years in prison. Now, just thinking about that, obviously, it was the reason why he was black. If you're white, you get 10 years of murdering somebody. If you're black, you get 55 years for robbing somebody. Robbing and murdering somebody is two different things. But the simple fact is because you're black, you get more. And if you're white, you get less. So that's another thing that pisses me off because we're constantly being treated like shit. You're black, you're gonna get more. You're white, oh, you're only get less because you're white, and you're using your white girl tears to have some type of sympathy on us. And what did I see today? It was something that oh yeah, one thing I saw was last week's actually. I didn't know this, and because I never had jury duty. So I think he was 21 years old. He got 10 days in prison because he overslept for jury duty. Now I didn't know, and I've never read this in my entire life, so it's very new to me. I don't know if it's true. Yeah, he got a year of probation and 223 hours of community service. Now I didn't know that that was even possible. And the fact you already know he was the only black person on the jury. So, and of course, the judge was white. So he's like, okay, you're black. You're going to suffer the consequences because you didn't come to jury duty, because you overslept. And the judge was like, that was not an excuse. I had never heard that in my entire life, to the fact you have to go to prison for 10 days and you've never done any acts of robbing, killing, nothing like that. You don't even have a criminal record, but now you do because you overslept for jury duty. That shit is ridiculous. It's crazy. It's insane. I don't understand. And I'll never understand humans ever, because the way they treat other humans. Another thing, and did I talk about this? I thought I did. I did talk about this last week. Well, a week before. So I read this too. A white couple goes to jail for starving their 2 black foster kids. Why? Don't know. But I think I do have a point because they're black. Another story I heard about, a white man, of course they're always white, right? White man kills his girlfriend's daughter because his girlfriend was black. That shit makes 0 sense to me. 0 sense to the fact that it's retarded. So if you don't like your girlfriend so much just because the fact that she's black, why date her in the first place? Why even go through all that shit just because she's black? My opinion to each and every one of these stories that I've talked about, it's like they really don't give 2 shits about black people. Like, they really don't. And it's the simple fact because we have done so much for the culture. We have done so much for this world. And the fact that you're mad at us for that, you decide to treat us like shit. First of all, we have been stolen from our home, from our roots. So you get mad at that when you forcefully bring us here when we didn't want to be in the first place. So we made you. We physically made you to be what you are today. So you can't get mad at the fact that you stole us from our African roots, our home, where we were raised, to bring us here. We didn't want to be. And so you get mad at the fact that we brought something to this world that made it somewhat better. So you're mad at the fact of that. And so you get mad at us, you put a gun to our head, you put chains on us, you rape us. So how can you possibly get mad at that? And first of all, you calling other people immigrants. First of all, most of white people were fucking immigrants when they came to this country how many years ago? And you get mad at immigrants? Bitch, you were an immigrant, so you can't get mad at us for that shit. You can't get mad. You should get mad at yourself. First of all, you should look in your fucking mirror and view what kind of person you are instead of looking at us. Instead, get mad at us for what we are. Because first of all, we made you better. We made this whole fucking world better. So you can't get mad at us for being what we are. Because black people are the truth, bitch. We are the truth. We are beautiful. We're kings. We're queens. So you can't get mad at us for being what we are and how we are and how we were raised to be. Because you stole us from our home. And you brought us here to this whack-ass country that obviously don't give a shit about people. Who treat people like shit, rape them, kill them just because of who they are. Just because of who they are, what they were raised up to be. And this is why I don't go to church, because they forcefully put shit in their brains to make them think that shit is okay. Like, I believe in a higher power, because me and God got our own relationship, okay? That's how I feel. I don't physically have to go to church to know what God has done for me. I don't physically have to go, because me and God have our own relationship. I can talk to him anytime I want to. I don't have to go to a church to know that God already loves me. So, getting a little bit irritated, y'all. But it literally breaks my heart. It brings me to tears to see people being treated this way. It's not fair. It's like y'all don't have a heart. Y'all don't have no type of humanity. Y'all just think that shit is perfectly fine. And that's how you were fucking raised to see yourself as hating people because they're black, they're gay, they're lesbian, they're trans, or they're Hispanic, they're immigrants. They don't deserve to be in this country. They don't deserve to fucking live. You have no fucking hearts. You don't deserve to be treating somebody like that. It's completely not right. And I feel like the only person who can fucking judge you is God. So if you want to continue to do that, okay, see what happens. Because karma can be a fucking bitch. Because nobody can fucking judge you but God. Because you tend to judge somebody else because of what they are or who they are. But at the end of the day, God's going to judge you for what you're doing, for who you are and how you treat people. Because it's not right. It's not fucking right. Ending on that note, if you guys have any questions or would like to discuss anything, please feel free to do so. I'm all here for it. Again, please like and subscribe and also share this lovely channel to everyone that you possibly know. Okay. Again, you guys, I dearly appreciate you guys watching my videos every single freaking week. I love you guys. You're amazing. I will see you guys next week for another amazing reading with me, your girl Zodi. All right.